Hi and welcome. Thomas has written to me asking a brilliant question. Could we look at how to harmonise something? And let's take Happy Birthday as an example. We're going to dive straight in. Before we do anything else, what key shall we be in? We're going to be in the key of F major. I think Happy Birthday is very commonly sung in F major. We have a B flat. We often think of the scale as being F to F. It's very healthy, very good to remember that there are also notes below the tonic when you're writing melodies, as well as above the tonic. So we're going to use the range C to C, but we are in F major, F being in the middle of our range. Before we do anything else, now let's work out the tune. Do you want to press pause on the video, start on a C, see if you can work out the melody. Now, is your melody the same as mine? And we need to know that thoroughly before we can start to think about the harmony. Now then, a little bit of stuff first of all. In the scale of F major, that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can build chords on each scale degree. Chord 1, a chord being simply alternate notes. Chord 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of those chords I've just played, 3 were major, 3 were minor, 1 is diminished. The major ones were chord 1, chord 4, chord 5, and they are the most common. Chord 1, 4 and 5, they are the major triads. Can I also just quickly run through the technical names for these notes? Tonic, we use that expression all the time, the tonic triad, tonic note. Tonic, supertonic, super, the one above. Mediant, one in the middle. Subdominant, the one under the dominant. The submediant, the leading note, because it leads you back home again. Can I introduce the concept of the Appoggiatura? Appoggiatura is a lean. If I'm playing the chord of F down here, obviously if I play an F, an A or a C, it's going to sound completely consonant and fine. No clashes. There are only 4 other notes in the scale. If I play, there's my chord notes, I've doubled up the C just to show you. And you can see that the other 4 notes are next to a right note. So if I'm playing a chord of F and I hit a non-chord note, I can easily resolve it to a chord note. And that sighing is very, very common when you're thinking about harmony. It's in the key of F. It's highly likely going to start with an F chord. Not all tunes do. T for 2 doesn't, for example. But we want an F chord at the beginning, which makes me think, Happy Birthday, I have a question for you. The answer is in 3 beats in the bar. 3 beats in the bar. Another question. Well, no it doesn't. That's the first beat of the bar. It starts with an upbeat. So I would suggest don't try and put any harmony on the upbeat. We're going to start with an F chord. And I'm heading to an E. And I think we want a chord with an E in it. chord 5, chord of C major. Appoggiatura feeling, wrong note becoming a right note. Right note straight out the box. So far we've got chords 1, 5, 5, 1. Let's have a listen. We've now got the octave. It's still chord 1. And the melody even describes chord 1. That note is going to be an appoggiatura feeling heading to a D, or for a D, I could just try a G minor. I could try chord 6. Very sad feeling. Or you've already got it, and that's the more normal one. Upbeat, chord 1, chord 5. Let me play it right the way through. And how do you work out those notes? Well, I sort of illustrated there a bit of, you can experiment a little bit, use your ear, try things out. Let's run it through like that, and then we'll introduce some more layers of thought to the process. Chord 1, 5. And that move from chord 5 to 1, again, is everywhere. It's called a perfect cadence, chord 5 to chord 1. Now, let's just take it up a notch. That's chord 5. Chord 5 is called the dominant chord. A dominant seventh means we add the seventh, which, when in the key of F major, is a B flat. And that seventh takes us back to the chord of F. That chord has the leading note in it, which wants to pull to F, and that seventh pulls us down to the third of the chord, as if like magnets. So, seeing as we're heading to F, yeah, that helps that pull to there. I think we're heading to B flat now, aren't we? So let's turn that F chord into a dominant seventh chord, because F is the dominant of B flat. We could even chant, that's major, that to minor for a moment. And for chord 1, instead of putting it there very, very commonly at the end, especially in classical music, chord 1 is put into inversion. Put into inversion. What does he mean? That's an F chord in root position. If I put the F up there, that is an F chord in first inversion. It's still an F major triad. In first inversion. Put the A up an octave, F major in second inversion. We might also call it chord 1 in F major, chord 1A, 1B, 1C. Different ways of describing the same thing. Let me take one more chord just as an example. C is the dominant note. C major triad is a dominant triad in F major. That is the dominant seventh triad in F major. It's called C7. That is in root position. First inversion. second inversion, third inversion, because it's a 4-note chord. We could also call it chord 5A, 5B, 5C. And so inversions help us with a voice leading. It just help things to sound slightly better. Instead of leaping around, we can use inversions. Did we say there were 3 beats in the bar? We could create a sort of lilty thing, couldn't we? Have fun trying to work out some harmony, perhaps put it in a different key, perhaps play the melody in octaves, perhaps play a more swooping left hand, whatever floats your boat, whatever you're able to conjure up, give it a go and enjoy it. Thomas, I hope that has unwrapped a few concepts for you. If you have any questions, take care. Bye for now.